Hey folks, this is Antoine Wright from Mobile Ministry Magazine. Obviously, I am doing a video after not doing one but one or two this year, or a few posts here and there. Mobile Ministry Magazine has been running strong since 2004, talking about this intersection between faith and mobile technology. And in the last 2 to 3 years, it's really been a better effort seeing other communities come together. We've got groups like the Mobile Ministry Forum and Indigenous, Kingdom Builders. If you haven't checked them out, you definitely should check out that Slack group. You know, Missional Kingdom folks who are finally, finally seeing what it means for mobile technologies, connected technologies, digital spaces to come together to not be a layer on top of ministry, but to be the ministry layer, and the way that we transmit the truths of this faith to generations that may not have understood it as well previously with other books or documents, radio programs, TV, sacramentals, etc. And so, thank you for checking in. And for as far as you listen, I like to keep these pretty short. So let's go ahead and get started. Main thing I wanted to talk about today is that I'm actually doing the International Conference of Computing and Mission. That conference starts today, Friday, June 10th, in Lancaster Bible College. And we're going to be talking a good bit about missions technology. So how to support missional technology, what's coming next in technologies in the mission space. There's some how-tos, there's some strategy sessions on, business development ends, UX, what does it mean to collaborate, between your IT team, your developers, your support persons, customer care, and then those people that are setting the vision. So we've got those kind of sessions going on that should really knit a lot of what's happening. And the other side of ICCM is really a spiritual retreat. So those guys, those ladies who are supporting your IT efforts, they're in the back. They're not necessarily always on the field. Sometimes they are the field, but they're wearing many hats, and they need a break too to get around like-minded individuals to really hear what God is saying to them, to get a chance to read, refresh, be restored, so they can go ahead back out into the mission field and be profitable members. And so that's what ICCM is. I wanted to cover, that. And then lastly, to say, this is some of the tech that I take with me to ICCM. As I've been doing Mobile Ministry Magazine, I use ICCM and several other conferences as a little bit of a test bed for things that I'm not yet polished with, but I'm actually pushing ahead with to see, where they can go and where they might go in terms of different technologies. I've done everything from use this little guy. This is a dongle that allows you to use your iPhone, iPad, Android device, tablet device, your Windows device. It actually supports every platform, but works like a Chromecast. You plug it into the HDMI slot, or VGA to HDMI adapter, and then you can broadcast your display right to this device, which is really cool. So I've used stuff like that in the past. Last year, I went to Australia for the Australian ICCM, and this is the piece I talked about, Bible Box. This is a portable hard disk that's also a hotspot. Now, Bible Box is not the only one like this, but there are a few other companies that do this. But this, contains 16, 32, 128 terabyte of storage. And you can see for this version, it can actually land into an item. But this, once turned on, can actually be a hotspot so that persons who may be in more remote areas where the internet service isn't as high bandwidth may be able to use these devices in order to be able to share materials. And so, like on this Bible Box, you have a few Android applications, so text Bibles to read, audio Bibles. You've got a web-based Bible, so it's all HTML pages packaged up in a zip file so they can go quickly to a Java phone, another mobile phone. You've got a browse. You can actually browse to this. So if you have an iPhone device, so you got an Apple device, you'd be able to browse to this, not needing an app, to be able to view the content, stream content, etc. from here. And then something like this is mostly battery, not even space. So this is mostly battery. You can get 10 to 15 hours of work out of something like this, and then charge it up pretty efficiently, just as efficiently as you would a phone. It's the size of a phone. Here's an SE, iPhone SE, pinky, that I just picked up. You can see it's just about the same kind of size. So it fits in the pocket really well. Other things that I'm playing with, I'm playing with the big boy lately. So this is going to be coming with me. This is the iPad Pro. This is the big boy. So the big Pro. This is the big boy. And so the Pro, had a little dirt on there. I have that along with the Apple Pencil, and then I have 53's pencil, and then I have this nice handcrafted wooden pen and stylus that I'm going to be using to sketch notes at different sessions as I go to them, because I believe in the power of the word, the digital word, being shared, but doing so with a digital canvas. And so I implore, folks, when I go to ICCM, to try out technologies, use different technologies, see what's going to come down the pipe, and then use this as an opportunity to see what other people in the space are doing, so that you're not really caught flat-footed when something jumps off. I had a conversation yesterday with a family talking about Snapchat. The young lady, she was 12, she never heard of Snapchat, she's not allowed to use a phone, but then her guardians, they also had not heard of Snapchat. And so she has a group of friends who want to have their phones, who want to have their privacy, but these folks were not really, full into the understanding of what this platform, Snapchat, does, what it means on a mobile device to have a space where a child is not necessarily being observed, but the things that you taught them have to be put into practice. And what does that begin to look like? That's mobile ministry. This is the ability to take what's happening in connected digital augmented spaces and then be able to kind of bridge the gap into some other fun new things. Now, something that I'm going to be taking with me, I'm going to take this guy right here, Yola tablet. I got this as part of the developer program a little earlier in the year, but this is what I use to actually test Android applications, because it does not have Google mobile services. And that's a really key point there. A lot of folks who are in the field do not have access to Google enabled devices, and so it's a really good idea to test applications on those if you need to. Plus, that runs a Sailfish operating system, so it's a lot different than some of the other ones that you may be seeing. Other thing that I'm going to be taking with me, boom, Google Cardboard. I'm going to be playing with a little bit of VR action. Hopefully some of us will be able to play a few things. There's a few environments that are worth playing with in the VR space, because, as I said, it's better to be in front of the technology, in front of the behavior, than behind it. That's how I was with Mobile Ministry Magazine. That's how, ICCM and other avenues that I go to tend to proceed forward. The other thing, boom, right there, it says NFC ring. Now, this is an old technology. I saw this maybe 2011, 2010, but I actually have this on my finger right now. It's the white ring that I have on my ring. And I'm going to be doing some assisted reality, augmented reality type items with that. I'm going to kind of provoke interactions, kind of take things off of this, okay, and put things here, so that we're actually doing an interface that utilizes digital metaphors, but actually uses them in a way that augments the human condition, so that we're getting closer to that cybernetic man and machine kind of moment. Now, these are the kind of things that I play with. There are some things coming down the pipe. I have no clue that they will actually stay with Mobile Ministry Magazine. That is something that's very key to me. Mobile Ministry Magazine, again, has been going on for a long while, and really the space has kind of propagated itself. I've been thankful to be called a godfather, grandfather of sorts in this space. I've been thankful to work with the ministries that have done a number of incredible activities in this space. And I thank all of you, whether you're watching this for the first time or just coming across me online. You should understand that mobile technology has always been a part of ministry. If we go back into the book of Exodus, we'll find that the tabernacle, when God told Moses to instruct the Levites to make the tabernacle, he told them to make it so that when his spirit moves, that the temple moves with him, this tabernacle moves with him, so that it follows the pillar of fire or the pillar of cloud. So there's always mobile aspect to this, and that technology always has to go where God goes. It's not a matter of we wait for God to inhabit this place, as we go to where God is inhabiting, and then we run with his spirit there. And these devices, these services, these augmented spaces, these connected spaces really do allow us to go there. So thank you for tuning in. Spent more than enough of your time so far, because I like to keep these really short. Again, you can catch me at Mobile Ministry Magazine. Again, there is a lot of content back there. Some of it's old. Some of it still hasn't even been uncovered by many of you yet. You can also catch me on Twitter or on Pinterest, Mobile Min Mag, MobileMinMag. Feel free to connect at any time. I do speaking engagements at various points, talking to folks about these kind of efforts. How do we actually catalyze the vision of what technology and faith really looks like as it walks together? Now, I'm going to be at ICCM, so you can catch me at hashtag ICCM US or hashtag ICCM Americas, or you can go at ICCM to catch up with me over the week. I'll be tweeting from one of these accounts, one of these 2,000 accounts that I have, or you'll catch me drawing, because that tends to be what I do best. All right. Thank you for your time and your attention. I'll see you on the next video. Peace and many blessings.